What's going on, guys? Welcome to the very first episode of, what's this shit called? Controlled Chaos?
Yes.
Of the Controlled Chaos podcast. Woo!
There we go, Clay. Great opening. It'll only get better from here.
Yeah. So I'm Clay. This is Sean.
Hello.
It's Ryan to the right of Sean, and then to the left of me is Chandler.
Yeah.
This first episode, I believe, is just going to be kind of like an intro to just talk about a little bit about us, and I guess a little bit about how we started, and a whole bunch of other shit. So, we're going to start with the owner. Talk about yourself, and make sure you speak into the mic, bro.
You're the owner.
No. This shit is under your name. No. We gonna get that shit straight right now.
For all intents and purposes, Clay Callender is held right.
So quiet.
Absolutely.
So,
yeah, you guys
so quiet.
That was the whole point of whispering it. That was the whole point of whispering it. Clay Callender is being held liable for everything.
Absolutely not.
Anyways, we're from AmFam. If anyone knows what that is, that's American Family Fitness here in
Well, no, tell them
Richmond.
like who you are. Like who
in
you are. what you
Richmond,
do.
Virginia.
No. Like who you are as a
You
person.
are
Going
as a
to.
person.
Like where you
Hey,
came
hey,
from.
You're skipping.
What's your story?
You're skipping the intro.
You are in
Whoa.
reverse order.
You are.
You said
Shut the
you're
fuck
Benjamin Button this story.
Oh, God.
Here we go again.
All right, go ahead. Keep going.
Anyways, my name is Sean Smith. I came to Richmond about 6 years ago. From there, I met Clay and subsequently hired the other two guys.
Okay.
That's your whole story.
I actually have a
That's
question. Do you actually tell, like, out in public, do you tell people you're a gym owner? Like, let's say like you're in a grocery store and a random person just starts talking to you. Do you tell them that you're a gym owner?
No.
I don't do, so even when you got this shit on, you don't do that?
So, I don't always wear this out in public. So usually when I'm out in public, just hold it. Just hold it.
Yeah.
I'm not holding this shit. Usually when I'm out in public, I'm usually just wearing a hoodie.
This whole thing's gonna have to get scratched, and we're gonna have
hours
to
to get this shit right.
redo the whole thing because he's so quiet.
Yeah. Nah, I just think
I'm not that quiet.
Now you're not.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, so do you mention anything gym related? Because I do the same shit.
Well,
Like
people usually walk up on me and ask me like something gym related. So like I'll be wearing like Pinnacle and they're like, oh, so like what's that? And I'm like, oh, it's hormone optimization, all the lab running and everything. And they're like, huh. So like, are you on gear? And I'm like, no. What do you do? I'm like, I powerlift.
Yeah.
And they're like, where do you do that at? I'm like, I go and actually lift at my own gym. It's called the Chaos Lab, and I'll start off that way. But I don't walk up to people like, hey, I'm a fucking gym owner.
Right.
That'd be lame.
Nah, because I'm the type to where, honestly, it got to a point to where I avoid. This is probably myself bad, but I try to avoid anything like Chaos Lab related in certain situations, like grocery store, gas station, just public outings and shit. I kind of just try to avoid it in most cases because it always turns into, no matter what, it always turns into like so you're a trainer.
Yeah.
So you train. It's like, God, no, bro. Oh, but why do you look like this? I just lift, bro. Like, yeah, I power lift, but it's like, please, I'm not trying to go down this road. Like,
No, at all
Are y'all-
costs,
are y'all the
I
same way?
avoid it.
No, because I don't do anything else. Like I train people. I'm in the gym every single day. Like, what the fuck else am I supposed to talk about?
all right, well, Chandler's the good one out of all.
No,
this.
No,
All
I just,
right.
I
You're
just,
hanging out
I
with
just
Lucy.
am honest, Like, I tell people that, like, I train clients and I power lift and,
So when you hang out
Here's
with
the
Lucy's
here's the
friends,
gym I do
you
it
tell
at.
them that?
huh?
When you hang out with Lucy's friends, Lucy is Chandler's significant other.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, when I'm hanging around normal people and they start asking me about what I do, I just talk about the gym.
No, I avoid that.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
not like it's
yeah.
I mean, honestly,
embarrassed. It's just like, I don't want you to ask me about my bench press, and that's the only thing you ever ask me.
Because that's no matter
do-
No matter what.
I
no
do-
matter what, that's what it always gets to. I feel like.
no, and I hear that, but like, if the people I'm talking with don't go to the gym like that, then me talking about the gym is new to them, and so it like makes for interesting conversation about them asking questions about like training. Like that's what I do. Like I want to help people, you know, get better, get stronger. So if you have questions and I can answer them, like
In
Chandler-
my pockets.
No, Chandler's just dedicated for this shit, and we're not. That's what
I don't
it is.
know.
Yeah. What about you, Ryan? Are you the same way?
I
Are you
mean,
dedicated?
I feel like most times when people come up to me, they're just like, "Oh, like, what do you do for work?" And I don't like saying personal trainer anymore because, like, I don't know, it's not all we do here. Like, 90% of the time, we're not training. So, like, I'll be like, "Oh, like, I helped open a gym," then I'll hit them with like, "Oh, yeah, it opened 10 months ago, currently," but like shit like that. But I'm not like, "Oh, I'm a personal trainer," and then give them the whole spiel of like, "Oh, I was at AmFam, then moved over here." I just, I helped
Do you
open
wear
a gym.
chaos gear outside?
I will from time to time wear the long sleeve, but
Ain't
not
gonna-
like enough. I mean,
Barely.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie. So
I do not wear chaos
I'm telling you, it got to that point to where if I'm leaving the gym and I'm going to Kroger or some shit, and I got I'm taking that shit. I don't care how cold or
Yeah.
how I'm taking that shit.
well,
off.
also the pullover, that shit doesn't fit me anymore. Like,
Oh, I love this.
I was like,
Nah,
a
this
good
shit- 'cause
15 pounds lighter.
It's thin. I was
no, like when we got it, it
Oh, it
fit me
doesn't fit.
like well.
Oh.
But now it's like I'm 15 pounds up from when we got them, and it's like I put it on, and I'm like, oh, I don't like that. I look.
you know something I do
What?
now? Like when I go look at these houses, I actually will drop my fucking business card at the house.
Yeah, I mean that makes sense though. But like
if I'm not buying the house,
business
at
card
least
is
I'm
different
gonna
than
get a
like
client out of this.
a tight pullover. Like
It's all the same neighborhoods around here.
No,
Yeah.
that's smart.
Like I don't have to
Yeah.
wear the chaos gear, but I'm dropping a business card and a sticker.
Yeah, but
Especially at these open houses where I see 45 people
yeah,
all day.
right. We kind of got off topic, but
Shocker.
yeah, but all right. So we still got to introduce you. Chandler. Who are you?
So, pretty much my backstory is got my degree in exercise science from VCU. I got into exercise science because I, went through like a whole fitness transformation myself, and I kind of wanted to learn more about how I was actually doing that. And once I graduated, I ended up getting my first job out of college at American Family Fitness, where I met everybody here. And honestly, the rest is kind of history. We just kept, training, powerlifting, doing our thing, and didn't really work out at the, club style gym. So, we opened up this place, and, it's been popping off so far. So,
Ryan.
yeah, so I went to school for exercise sciences as well. Newman University is just south of Philadelphia, and then worked in an automation factory for about a year. And then my girlfriend, she had moved down here a little bit before that, and Chandler was actually training her dad for probably about like 6 or 7 months at that point, and
Yeah.
he had just mentioned they were looking for trainers. So one day I just like put in the application, and then like 2 days later, Sean called me, did like a phone interview. And then he was like, okay, come down for an in-person interview. Ended up
Didn't
having to
work
push
out.
that back because like possibly had COVID back in that time. That's crazy. And then moved down here, and then was kind of just working at the club, getting my feet wet still.
No, tell them how I hired you.
What do you mean?
Tell them about that whole process.
Oh, well, so like when I had first applied, I applied to like one of the other locations in the area. And then he was like, oh, like, go check out this location, but meet me here. So like he showed me around the first location, and then I went to the other. And then he didn't really say that I had the job. So I'm like talking to my girlfriend once I walk out the building before I go to the next location, and I'm like, I think I got it, but like he didn't really specify. So I like checked it out, and I emailed him, and like the second location, the personal training room they had was just awful. Like honestly, if I would have went there, I probably would have been gone with like a month. And I'm like, I don't want to like email him back and say that like this place sucks, because I was like, I want him to think that like I really want to work for him. And I was just like super over the top about it. And I was like, oh,
Can you guess where I sent him?
Where'd you
Don't say it out loud, but
oh yeah, you can't say it.
I brought it.
Down the road.
We
down
can
the
bleep
road.
it. We can bleep it.
Down the road. So then he was like, okay, well, when you leave, you have to put an application in at this club too. So then that's how I ended up there. And then like I was about to go on vacation with Casey and her family, And then Sean was like, "Oh, you're working out with us tomorrow," and I was like, "No, I'm not." He's like, "No, you are." And I'm like, "No, like I'm not gonna be here for like a week." So then a week later, I came back, and then rest is history. And then
I mean, like me and Chandler really needed another training partner to help, space it out a little bit. And Ryan was just always working out at 12 o'clock, so I had to
bully him a
in.
little bit.
yeah,
I mean, the same shit happened to me. I was kind of working out every once in a like in the room with everybody, but not like with everybody.
yeah, I didn't even.
And
do
then
that.
Sean kind of looked at me and was like, "What the fuck are you doing, man? You wanna
You
wanna move one rack over and work here with us?" And I was like, "Okay."
Yeah.
It was about 2 years ago.
Clay over here though was the bully from day one.
Hell yeah. I'm the reason for all this shit.
He's not.
But yeah, I'm Clay. The digital creator, so I do pretty much all the photography, videography, social media shit here. Again, I came from AmFam. I was the first one to work at AmFam out of all of us. So yeah, I'm the glue to all this shit, and I mean that.
That's what you want to say.
I graduated from VCU with a bachelor's in mass comm. I guess you could say I like to say I don't even use my degree, but low key this kind of is.
This is the most in your degree you possibly could have done.
Not really. So I wanted to do I wanted to be a broadcast analyst. So I wanted to be like on TV and shit. So like I wanted to do the news at first.
Like when you say communications and graphic design, I feel like this is it. When you say
it
broadcasting,
was
that's like
it wasn't graphic design. It was like mass communication. So like broadcast journalism and shit.
Communicating to the masses.
And why do you guys have so many spelling errors?
Huh?
You do suck at spelling.
I don't like. I'm late, bro.
Like,
I'm literally.
you put
late.
ECT and
Because
it's
I'm lazy.
ETC. It's
I
never
am-
been anything different.
I am lazy and I don't like to proofread because at the end of the day, you can read it and you can figure it out.
That's a losing battle.
It's not that big of a deal.
Except when me and Ryan have to correct you.
And at the end of the day, these motherfuckers are always gonna double check my shit and they gonna correct it. So it really don't fucking matter. Yeah, that's it. Let's take a shot and then let's really get into this shit.
Okay.
Yeah, alcohol.
Get Chandler Jack.
Like pour to the actual line though. Like
This one.
You had me wavy.
Oh yeah, so you learn something new every day. I didn't know that this line actually counted for a shot. I really thought that this one was the second line. I thought this was a shot line.
Yeah,
But then they looked at me. They looked at me crazy as hell. They were like, no, that little ass line. And then I'm like, what? That ain't no damn shot. That's some bullshit. Oh yeah, we doing
All it
chat.
takes is
Clay's like, I've only had
research.
like 4 shots. I don't know why I'm so drunk.
It ain't nothing.
Clay is a lightweight though. If you ever go out drinking with him, he is.
Not.
I haven't eaten yet, so like I'm kind of nervous.
I only drink enough to really.
He's
going
pouring
to
and he's
really
not
deter.
even looking at where it's going.
I am.
refined.
I mean, it'll be straight.
You doing the knob?
It's- I don't
You doing the
care.
knob? Here you go. Jack. This nigga did. I feel like a bitch. Give me the jack.
How much did he do?
He did like 2 shots.
I really like Knob
He
Creek.
did like 2.
Clay, he's also like twice my body weight, so he can have that.
Sean made me feel bitch made. Oh shit, my bad.
2 shots vodka?
That is the funniest game from back in the day.
All right. Shit. What are we cheersing this to?
Cheers to the podcast and actually
Cheers to
the
the
show.
Yeah, actually
Cheers to the
doing it.
podcast,
You know,
actually
like
doing
a
this
month
shit.
and a half later when we said we were going to. Yeah.
Oh fuck.
Say that shit smooth, and I swear to God, I'm gonna smack you. Okay, aftertaste.
Delectable.
All right. So, how we started? So we had talked about this the other day. You kind of agreed. You disagreed with how I wanted to start it. I wanted to start it off with like a timeline, like basically the timeline with Sean Smith as to.
You want me to start on how I got you guys involved?
I'm
just
talking
himself?
about like from like before you had moved down here.
Mhm.
Like what were you doing before that? Like college wise, like when you graduated college, and then when you came down, and then how you got the AmFam, because you getting the AmFam, that's when all of us can come along and like tag in, like, okay, yeah, that's how I ended up getting introduced to Sean, and that's how Chandler came along, and then that's how Ryan came along and shit, and then we can. It's some things that we're gonna probably skip around because we don't want to.
The statute of limitations has not
Legal
expired.
reasons.
Long story short, we don't look. We got money, but we don't got the fuck you money yet. So we just gonna skip some things.
I mean, started off pretty light. I am from Radford, Virginia, other side of the state. I went and played college football at Bluefield University. Was there all 4 years. I met my wife, Ashlyn, there at Bluefield University. She ended up getting accepted to VCU's doctoral program for occupational therapy, which meant we had to move across the state. I moved across the state, leaving everything behind. So I basically just worked odd jobs. Like I worked marketing for Costco for a little bit. That was absolute trash, like just wearing a suit every day. And then I ended up at the YMCA. So that's where Josh comes into play. So
You did me, Josh.
So I worked the 4 a.m. shift at the YMCA, and I would spot Josh.
He was just going there, right? No.
His dad went there.
You trained his dad.
Yeah.
Ah, okay, yeah.
So
okay.
like, he would ask me to do liftoff, and he'd be doing that crazy arch that most powerlifters have the ability to do.
For those who don't know, Josh is one of our members here. Yeah.
I'm sure he'll end up on the podcast one day as Dr.
I
Josh.
don't know. He'll get us
Hemingway.
canceled. Yeah, I don't know.
No, that's probably.
But from there, I ended up going to American Family Fitness around 2017, 2018. And
I think that's right.
this is wild. But I walked into the building, and I go up to the little cafe that we have there, and I see this guy, and I'm like, hey, bro, like, it's another black man, like, hey, bro, what do I need to know? Hey, man, my name's Clay. What the fuck? I mean, you hear my voice. I have a very soft and high-pitched voice. Hey, man. Sir, lower your voice. You know, 6 years later, I drag him down to this place. You want to take it from there?
Yeah, so I was at AmFam, I think for about 2 years before Shauna came there, and I was like, my main job at AmFam was a cafe, but then I started doing like housekeeping and front desk and at the fitness shit at the time. So yeah, then but before that, so I like getting into the gym. I had just recently left Richard Bland Community College because I quit the track and field team because it was just I didn't like it anymore. And honestly, I hated being at Richard Bland, so it was just a waste of time. So then I transferred over to, at the time it was John Tyler, but now it's Bright Point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so now it's Bright Point, but at the time it was John Tyler, so I transferred there. So that's when I was like, all right, I'm gonna do part-time school, but also I just need a fucking job for the time being. So I ended up just applying at AmFam, and also I was kind of lazy to where I wasn't really working out.
Still is.
Yeah. So where I wasn't working out, well, yeah, I wasn't working out because I just quit track and field. So literally all I was doing was just playing Xbox and doing homework and just chilling, eating whatever. So then my girlfriend Laurel was like pressing me to get a gym membership with her because she had started going to AmFam. So then started getting one, and then started just going to Midload. And I was like, you know what? I got an idea. Instead of having to pay for a membership, why don't you just work at the gym and then you get a membership for free? It's the best decision. Like that, just great. So yeah, then I started working there, and then I was just working out a little bit, but I was honestly bored with it. And then I started getting into powerlifting because I started watching some like YouTubers and stuff, which we'll get into a little later. And then when I met Sean, I could just tell Sean was just like, he was just a football guy and just like a with the bench, and then kind of just.
Also, side.
So this is. This is how I know. This is how I got Sean at least interested in powerlifting.
Are you talking about the deadlift story?
It was one.
You, Clay.
It was one time he did a deadlift, and how
505.
it was 505, and he picked it up, and he just dropped it. I mean, he doesn't show emotion, but like he was happy with the lift. He was hype about it. And then me, with my little ass, I'm like, that wouldn't have counted. See, bro. He was like, yeah, I was like, yeah, that wouldn't have counted.
No, he didn't just say it wouldn't count it. He literally got in my face and was like, that shit doesn't matter. It doesn't count.
All right, so yeah, that's how Sean and I meet. And
It's
then
like 2.5 years later, I hire Chandler first.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
Jordan, another person you'll end up meeting later on,
Yeah.
recommended him from VCU.
Jordan's probably gonna get this canceled too. But yeah,
And
so
then-
yeah,
Yeah, I graduated
months
with
later,
Jordan.
you?
He's a member here now, and he's the one that
Close to 8.
kind of put my name in the hat for Sean to even talk to me in the first place. But yeah, I mean, fresh out of college, eager to get started, and
He was an
y'all
X-Factor
fucking
boy.
trapped me
Yeah,
in
sounds about
in
right.
that place.
The hell, barely made it out.
that dump.
The mud.
Brett's gonna see this. He gonna beat your ass, Chandler.
Nah, Chandler's like X Factor was better than AmFam. What are you talking about?
I mean,
you're not wrong.
besides the people that I met at AmFam, X Factor was not a bad
Kevin
intro
and
to
Silver.
strength
Yeah.
training. Like,
Oh shit, Kevin got a squat going on. What he got? Oh, he bodied that shit. Yes, sir.
no, I will say Brett over at
least someone's
X
squat's going
Factor.
well
He's
this week.
Kevin is been powerlifting for 30 years. He is currently doing his 20th meet at 45 years old
You can
of
tell
age.
because it's a
Maybe
true
this
mullet.
live studio
It's not one of
audience
those
thing was a
cool
bad
ones you
idea.
see. It's actually a real mullet.
Anyway,
He has to use a kilo bar.
yeah, this live studio audience was a bad
Yeah.
idea.
No, this is perfect. I love this.
This
All
is
right.
cool.
Yeah.
well, yeah. So I got the job at AmFam and started powerlifting within the week of me being there.
Remember when Jordan,
You'll learn that we bully people into
remember
this.
when,
Yeah.
remember when Jordan used to call X Factor the bubble?
Bro, Jordan did not have a very good time at X Factor.
No,
Like,
but
I-
no,
like,
but
me,
remember,
me
no,
and
but
Jordan's
remember he
times
was
there
like,
were,
yeah,
were
lifting at the bubble.
it was
his own world. It's completely different from
It was.
AGM.
No, it was. Oh man. And then so
I was like 8 months after Chandler.
I was on saying about 8 months.
Yeah,
really
about
It
8
was
months.
that?
I came in December
Yeah,
of 22.
I was on a
December
hiring
1st.
spree.
Yeah. So December 1st
Wow.
of 22 is when I came in. And
It's just the
if it was December 1st, then it was about 6 months. Because
Oh,
my,
okay.
first,
I think
my first day was
Well, I'm-
June.
oh, okay.
9th.
I think
It
the
was
reason-
literally on my birthday that year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
it's just
I hired you and like you went on a birthday trip like the
so
next
it's
week.
just it's fucking me up because I think it's just that
it feels like it's been longer.
because so much shit happened.
Yeah. But yeah, no, so
Wow,
like, I started
trauma.
December 1st and then like December 20th rolled out. And then I get an email from Sean that he's stepping down from his like role as the assistant fitness manager. And I'm like, yo, what did I just walk into?
Can I at least-
Ryan, why don't you go into how we got you started in powerlifting, other than the fact I bullied you?
Me? I mean, it was literally, again, like I had been there for about a month. January hit, and I was set to go to Florida with my girlfriend and her family for like a week. And I was just downstairs, and like, again, like most of my training is just like, at that time, it was basically just normal bodybuilding shit because that's what I was used to in college. My strength coach, when I was playing lacrosse, did bodybuilding, so that's what he gave us. So in my brain, like, while I knew what I should have been doing, my body was just like, my mind was like, no, this is what you're gonna do. And Sean came up as I was finishing. He was like, oh, like, come work out with me. And I'm like, I just finished. He was like, no, the fuck you didn't. I'm like, no, like, I literally just started working out, and
I was not even sweating.
it had been like probably an hour and 15, and like it was pretty cold in the gym at the time, but like I didn't do anything
I was
crazy.
working hard.
And I was like, yeah. He's like, okay, well, you're working out with us tomorrow. And I'm like, no. So went on vacation, came back, and then I got into it. And like, I don't know. I think we've come a long way. I don't know what else to say about it. Like, just kind of forced me
Do
to
you
do it.
enjoy it?
Did I enjoy it?
Do you enjoy it?
Oh, do I? Yeah. I mean, it's definitely different than what I was doing. Like back in college, all I would have is joint pain and shit like that. And it was funny. I remember probably February came around, and I was talking with my girlfriend. I got home one night, and I'm like, man, it's just crazy. Like nothing hurts anymore. Like my knees used to be in pain. Like I used to have to take like 500 milligram ibuprofen just to go to sleep. And I'm like, man, like I'm actually just like moving better than I used to.
He's
And
an addict.
yeah, a little bit. It's okay.
I mean, he's used to popping pills.
But no, and then like again, seeing the progress. We're now a year and 6 months into it, basically.
Yeah, you're 2 weeks out from your second meet.
Almost 2. We're towards the end of it. Like we still are in week 3, but we're coming up on it.
What's your expectations going into that?
I don't know. So like expectations are pretty weird because my first one back in October, we went, what was it, 6 for 9, missed 2 squats in my last dead. I just want to do overall better. Like squats, I just jumped the command on the second attempt, and then third attempt, bar kind of came off my back and landed low, and was nervous I was gonna fucking destroy my shoulders. And then my deadlift, my third attempt, they said I heaved it, but I don't know. I just kind of want to go crazy with it.
It's a bullshit call.
It's cool. I mean, as of this past since the competition, like even with my competition in October, you had programmed for me, but I didn't start actually training like for powerlifting until it was June when I signed up. So like I had 3 months of basically focus for the meet in October. So this is the first time I've had like a full 8 months to just actually focus on like
28-week off season.
Yeah, no, it's 27-week off or 25 week off season.
Damn.
Yes.
And
that shit
that
shit was long.
That was my first true like conjugate work. So working with like bands and shit was that shit got crazy. I really got annoyed towards the end of it where it was like, oh, speed squats into fucking blue bands with like your 50% like of your max, and I'm like, oh, that's whatever. And then I did the math with like how much band tension it was, and I'm squatting like 100 pounds over what my max is, and I'm like, this is awful. But no, it's been good.
It's only at lockout, Ryan.
It's only at
stop
at
exaggerating.
lockout,
You're
but it was
fine.
still like fuck.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, like I don't know. It's been good.
Chandler, what about you?
How'd you get into powerlifting, brother, man?
Do you like it? Any meets coming up?
Oh yeah, I do. I love it. Getting into it, like I said, as soon as I started at AmFam, literally the minute that Sean caught me before I started lifting, similar to Ryan, he's like, "All right, you're gonna go ahead and just hop on in with us." Sean and one of the girls that he had been training at the time were literally in prep for a competition, so I got literally dove in headfirst into a conjugate program like halfway through their prep, and I've gone through 2 full conjugate preps myself now. My 4th powerlifting meet is in July now, so like
What's
6
some
weeks
expectations
out?
there?
Huh?
What's some expectations? What are you trying to do?
Expectations.
You coming off a 9 for 9 meet?
I
back
mean,
in
yeah,
October?
my last one in October, I went crazy. I went 9 for 9. Meet PR'd in all of them, all time PR'd in my squat and deadlift. So I mean, honestly, the goal for now is just to beat my previous numbers, which I will do. I'd be lying if I said I didn't want to squat 500. I'm itching for it. Bench is going to be in the 3s and deadlift in the mid 5s. So if everything goes well, just hopefully I go 9 for 9 again is really the biggest thing. But
Ain't no hope. You will.
so super excited about it. But it's been 2, maybe coming up on 2 years of solid powerlifting now, and it's been awesome. I mean, like the confidence in my strength and like my athletic ability is through the roof. Never felt this good before. If anybody's looking to get into powerlifting, contact the Chaos Lab. We got some crazy coaches over here.
Don't hit me
Highly
up. I ain't
educated
coaching.
men.
Huh?
Highly educated.
Yeah, highest of education over here.
Hit them up. Don't hit me up. I'm not coaching.
But-
Don't do that shit. Nope.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's just been so fun.
Hit up anybody that's not named Clayton Callender. Hell no.
No
Nope.
copy pasta type
Play it on points
programs.
and
None of
clicks.
that.
Exactly.
Don't expect RP everything every time you work out. We don't do that.
Hey, you can talk about it. Talk about
What?
your boy. How you and Anton
boy.
working. You just qualified
Oh
for
yeah,
Nats
yeah,
and
yeah,
everything.
yeah. You're
You
Mr. Big
competed
Time.
Here.
You're going
Come on, big
places.
time.
Road to Memphis, right?
Sure.
September.
Yeah.
Going
He's
crazy.
about to spin a band going to go watch you. Talk about your powerlifting.
Yeah. Talk about your last meet.
Oh my god. All right. So yeah, I'm currently getting ready for Raw Nats in September. I guess my goals. I'm trying to set myself up to at least, not even at least. No, I'm trying to set myself up for 500 dots next year. So I think I'm definitely hoping to get around four. I want to get around like 480 in dots in September. So
Where are you at currently?
I think I'm at like 468. So I want to get. I'm aiming to get over 700 kg total. So I definitely want I want to get between like 700 or like 715. Or honestly, in between 700 and 720, like in that range.
Hey, Ryan pulled you up on that.
All right, so your last numbers from March, you had a 545.6 squat, 352.7 bench, and 606.2 deadlift with a dots of 462.96.
Dog shit.
You're close.
Dog shit numbers.
It's tough.
I mean, now you
What
did
was supposed to happen?
did miss
Clay, why are you coming at my throat?
your
like
second
that?
squat and your third dead. That does,
You
or
got shit numbers. I
third
don't wanna look at
bench,
my numbers.
second dead.
Yeah.
So I mean that does affect it.
Yeah.
I mean, I think after talking with a lot of people, officials included, your second deadlift definitely was a faulty call. But like,
I mean, it is what it is.
it happens. It happens in every meet. You know, there's always
It's-
calls that go your way. There's calls that don't. But it's
But the way I
just gotta.
I
feel better.
had said that the way that it went was definitely it I told Anton like it needed to go that way. So like I said, like we ended up, the job was to come in there and to get a qualifying total for Raw Nationals, and we did that. So whatever happened that day, it was meant to happen. And not having the perfect day is usually a good thing in training because it makes you pissed off and it makes you hungrier to be able to just go harder and to get that shit in the next one, or to even just get that shit in training. So that's kind of where I'm at with it right now. Yeah, I'm excited, and I'm more so just like pissed off because I really want to I want to get some shit back, and I want to be able to shit on what I did this past competition. I guess you could say prep's going pretty well. It's a little different because this is my first time in I'd say it's my first time in about 2 years or so that I've finished a prep and compete and then immediately go right back into another one. So last week, we finished basically my first block of heavy shit, and my body was fucking cooked. But mind you, it was weight that I've done previously. I think I PR'd on bench, and I only PR'd on bench. Everything else was just RPE 8, RPE 9 shit on weight that I've done before for the same amount of reps, which moved really, really well. So talking to Anton, it's yeah, we're in a great spot to be at because you literally didn't really have any time to recover. Because usually after a meet, I'll kind of take a month off of doing anything compound movement wise and just chill and not do shit. But literally, I took that week off and my body was fucking destroyed after that meet, and then immediately went into a fucking prep. So
He's talking about Anton Martin from TFN.
my coach, TFN.
He's been hit with him
The
for
GOAT.
5 years.
Yeah, 5 years.
So long tenure there.
Yep. Never felt the need to switch up just never felt the need to switch up. It's at the point now where it's
Just a PSA for all you lifters out there: find a coach that you trust and stick with them. You see a lot of people program hopping, coach hopping,
aerial sleep.
just trying to get their numbers up, and you're never going to get better at a strength sport unless you have a coach that knows you and is willing to help you experiment with the stimulus that's going to go well for
Yeah.
you. So
Also, a coach
stick
that
with the plan.
communicates with you and
Yeah.
it gets back to you on a timely manner, understands that life happens, but ones that actually work with you instead of just expecting you to meet their demands and progress with that.
Yeah, Clay and myself are a little bit of an anomaly. Clay actually found a local coach one of his friends that actually worked out really well for him. And then you have these two guys who I bullied into the sport have stuck with me for the past
Yeah, he has to coach us. He forced us in
it's
here,
been a
so
couple
he's
years
better.
now, but like I used to program for myself. I'm now with that huge Asian guy,
Yeah.
Andy Hahn.
Andy.
Talk about the opening day like jitters. You know, so like
Oh, opening day, dude, that shit was wild.
so
Was it ever wild?
Sean was nervous
No.
as shit. Sean was scared.
No. So,
Oh no!
it wasn't
No,
that I
you
was
got to go back
nervous.
before that.
No. So
oh.
like, if we're just talking about a straight opening day, you gotta remember that I put a hole into the wall, which went straight
Yeah.
through a water pipe.
So it's
And
fucking
that bitch-
story time,
Yeah.
goddammit. So
So hold on. So,
no, I got another fucking story. No. We gonna talk. No. So
This podcast is only going to
this
be
is
an hour
when
and a
you
half.
put the, how all of
This
us found
first
out about the
episode,
hole in the wall
only
because
an
you
hour and a
didn't
half.
tell us what was going on. You just posted on Instagram saying that.
no. So I called Ryan.
Let me
It's
find
never
the
gonna
I
post.
phone called Ryan and Chandler
It's never gonna end.
and Kadeem.
All right,
I only posted it because
All right.
about you.
let me talk about it. So aside from like the regular first day jitters of like, holy shit, we just dumped however much money into this location and building a gym, and are people actually going to show up and sign up? Because that's obviously the main thing we were worried about. I was on my way back from North Carolina with my girlfriend from a doctor's appointment, and I'm about 10 minutes out from the actual location at this point, and Sean calls me and he's like, I flooded the place. We have to cancel opening day. I flooded it. We're cooked. I don't know how bad it is. So now I'm like, Jesus Christ. And I pull up and he's standing outside with his khakis rolled up, no shoes on,
Yeah, no shoes.
no socks, just
My socks were
covered in
soaked.
water. I'm like, what the fuck is happening? I walk
Son
in
of a
and he had
bitch,
gotten
you
the water
deleted
cut
the
off at that
fucking
point.
post.
But he just had to put up another mirror with no parental supervision because that was a great idea. And he just struck one of our like water lines, put the screw straight through, didn't think, let me put the screw back in. And, you know, had a little bit of water issues, but like not enough to truly can the day.
So Ryan is downplaying the hell out of this.
No.
So I am in here by myself, sprucing up the entire gym, getting ready for opening day, getting everything looking nice. I noticed we did not put one of the mirrors back up on the wall that we should have after we painted. There's already pre-drilled holes with the little plugins to hold this in. So the
Warren
little
always
anchors
walking
are
the
in.
gym looking bad.
So what ended up happening was I'm gonna hang this mirror. I'm gonna put it up. I don't need supervision. I'm a grown ass man. As soon as I drill the hole, or not drill the hole, I put the screw into the hole and hang the mirror. Go about my day. I start doing some other tasks. I look over and I'm like, man, there's some water on the floor. Why is there water on the floor? I go clean it up. Come back 20 minutes later. Man, there's more water on the floor. That's a lot of water. I go and I'm like, oh shit. No, I didn't. No, I take the mirror off the wall, and as soon, just like Home Alone, I take the screw out the wall, it just shoots a beam of water out, burning hot because I hit the hot water main line, right? So this thing is spraying steaming hot water across the space. Meanwhile, there's someone testing out the gym in the other room, not seeing me.
That was
get
actually
fucking
one of our
hosed
first
down.
members. Not
Yes.
even just testing out the gym. He had been signed up like
Steven,
a week
if you ever see this
before.
again
Yeah,
and you wonder why the hell I was soaking wet when you
Yeah.
left, that's why, bruh.
yeah.
Because that water main, I ended up just sprinting to the men's bathroom where the water heater was, shutting off all the water valves.
When we also
And I came back in and I just looked at it, and I was just like, the whole corner where the dumbbells are
Yeah.
at are soaking wet. It's a pool of water. There's a goddamn hole. in
Wasn't
the-
it hot,
the wall.
too?
Yes.
Yeah, it was the hot
Yeah,
water
steaming.
line. But on the
It's like a
bright
sauna
side
in here.
of this whole
So I was
thing,
like, oh, it's over. Kadeem, Ryan, Chandler, hey, bro, I flooded the gym.
Yeah.
Notice how he didn't say Clay,
It's
right?
over.
So mind
Yeah,
you, Clay ass still in bed, right?
Because he's
So-
still in bed.
So look, Clay wakes up, he checks his phone, and he just starts scrolling on Instagram. And the very first post that Clay sees on Instagram is a post on the Chaos Lab page. You lucky I can't find that damn post, but it says something along the lines of
it was like postponed till 3 instead of 10.
no, it didn't
Yeah.
even say a time. It just said
Or
we are
postponed until further notice.
and postponed until further notice.
I
So
thought it was over, fellas. That's all I got.
I'm like-
over. Kadeem knows too.
So me-
Kadeem's across the street. He
Nah.
got here in 2 minutes.
I'm thinking
with flip flops in hand.
I'm
Yeah.
thinking that
Where were you at?
again, nobody called me. I could have answered, but look,
Home.
I'm thinking this. I'm thinking that Sean got to the gym this morning
And our shit was jugged.
He thought our old residents or
It was like
had shut us down.
It was like a lock on this shit,
Yeah,
bro.
that morning, I was having a nice little morning date with Lucy.
Yeah.
We were grabbing some coffee. We were waiting in line, having ourselves, nice little morning. And in the middle of our conversation, I get like, I think I missed Sean's first call, so I get a couple texts. I get another call, and I'm like, all right,
I'm spamming,
what's
bro.
like
I'm
what?
spamming, because Ryan was the only
He's
one to
freaking
answer.
out.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, Lucy, I'm sorry. I gotta cut this shit short. I gotta get over to the gym. So I dropped Lucy off at home and sped as fast as legally
I will
possible.
Man, I didn't know what the
I
fuck
will
was
say,
going on.
on
In
the
case you
bright
pulled up with
side-
Ryan, I thought she was gonna smack
Nah.
me. Like, how dare you get Ryan into this mess?
On the
You can't even
bright
open the
side,
gym the first day without flooding it.
nah. On the bright side of this whole event, having the plumber come out, fix the pipe, he took a look at the water heater and noticed that it had been like tampered with. It was not set up properly and didn't have like a safety relief valve. So
Yeah.
in him
So
coming
this whole
out, he
thing could've
did.
blown up
Yeah, he
Could.
because of the pressure building behind
the
it.
water heater could have blown up. And you know what? I think while that shit was unfortunate,
This bitch would've been a
it was
lab
kind of
for
a
real.
blessing in disguise because we didn't have a water heater blow up. So like that is the bright side of it.
Man, we got a new water heater.
We got a new water heater, new wall.
That mirror still ain't hung up because I'm
No.
just PTSD.
I told you
No,
not to.
there's a banner there now.
Yeah,
With,
Not allowed to
tacks
hang
instead of,
anything anymore.
screws.
That's why I got Bob
So-
Silver beside me.
yeah.
Yeah. So
But
That- so
open
that-
day? No,
so that-
I was not worried about none of y'all. I know we were the shit.
nah.
No, I mean it was like obviously the thoughts in the back of your head though.
no,
like
I was only
no.
nervous because of that.
No. You're
that's
lying.
crazy.
You were lying like
Nah,
shit.
you.
No,
yeah.
you were. No,
No.
you were. You
What was my
were.
prediction.
He was nervous that. Be honest. You were nervous that nobody was. Not enough
No,
people
yeah.
were going to show up, or not even to show up. Not enough people were going to cop a membership.
Yeah,
No,
like
I told you, I told all you guys, my expectations of members to December was about like 100, 150. I was
we
like,
did
and I
have low
said-
expectations.
I did
and
not
I-
think there'd
and
be that
I-
many powerlifters
And
here,
I
but,
looked
like,
at you and I said, "You're crazy." This,
That's what I was
bro.
worried about.
That,
No,
if
well,
that,
like,
like,
It's
we-
like
we
those
set
are
I'm like,
low
Sean,
expectations.
when did I say we were going to get that? I said, Sean, we're going to get that in like,
the first moment.
which
and we
didn't.
were close.
No, it was
we
like September when we hit it,
I'm,
but then we like rapidly
near.
grew after
But
October.
I said, bro, by December, bro, we're gonna have like, I said at minimum we're gonna have like 400.
Yeah,
That's what.
and we don't. So
We don't.
your expectations were too high.
But
Yeah,
no,
we're-
but I
we're
said
at,
no,
like-
but I said that I was like,
It's
bro,
like when Clay's like put a 2.5
Yeah,
on, and
Clay's
it's
a
like
classic
don't do that.
overshooter
Yeah.
for other people.
Yeah.
Classic.
yeah, because I want you to be better than what you thought you would be.
And then what
I'm
happens?
not sorry. Okay, well now you got something to be pissed off
He's a
about. You gonna work
sandbagger
harder to get
himself,
it.
but overshooter for other
Full
people.
circle.
But like opening day, like it wasn't. It's about the overall. Like, yeah, I hope that people came here and fucked with everything, but like, it's end of the day, it was like, man, I thought we were fucked from day one.
Yeah.
Let alone the other incidents that could have proven interesting.
Yeah. If we've hosted, it's been a good journey because I mean we've hosted we hosted 7 meets.
7 meets.
Hosted a couple meets.
7. That
It is
counting
7.
the charity one.
October, December, February. October, December. There was not one between that, right? October, December, January, February,
Yeah.
March. I'm not including charity.
Count charity. That was the full
April.
meet.
Okay, so including charity, 7. Yeah, 6 without it, but 6 like
Sanctioned meets.
sanctioned meets, one charity. Yeah,
Yeah.
about
But I
probably
mean,
400 competitors so far now.
in this
Biggest meet was
journey,
77 so far. So we'll have 113.
No, I'm saying like in total, we've had at least like 400 competitors
Oh,
through
yeah.
our doors.
insane.
and it's been those have been like I could say like probably some of the
He's working. You're not.
I'd say
You're
some
not.
of the best highlights. Those have been some of the best highlights. But I do want to like. I mean, I think we do a good job as far as like. We don't want members to necessarily like worry about us or shit like that, and we try to like keep all that like in house because we don't want people on our business and shit. But it's been some moments where it's been getting stressful, but we do try to like. Not necessarily put on the front, but
Nah, I mean,
It's just like, why do you need to know about it?
At the end of the
Yeah.
day, like in every
It's not like
business,
a-
there's going to be stress, but there's nothing to worry about until it officially happens. We've had moments where we've been like, ah, shit, like the day that the power company came in to cut the power, and it was like, oh, well, I just have to cut one of your units. You've paid every other unit. I obviously think this is a mistake, and he homied us for real. Like, he was going to cut our main unit,
Yeah.
which is basically like, that would have been awkward, but
it was
just basically a clerical error in the back end
that
where
was-
it
yeah,
didn't
'cause
auto
that-
draft
so dude
properly.
We have 6 units that are on
Yeah.
our building.
So do from
right?
the main. It's shit always happens when it's just me and this bitch. So,
Motherfucker, I was here. You literally
you
came
were-
to me and
you were
said,
training.
yeah, but you
Yeah,
came to
yeah.
me and you were like,
I was in the shower.
hey, so here's what's going on.
I was in the shower. And
Yes.
Yeah.
So again, dude pulls up, and I'm thinking, it's somebody, it's a potential member. So I'm like, hey, how you doing? Blah blah and shit. And he's like,
Get served,
hey, how you
bitch.
doing? He's
Get served.
Hey, Mr. Power Man.
no, for real. He's like, hey, who's the owner? I'm like, Sean Smith, but he's not here right now. He's like, okay,
See how you say my full government, bro? Like,
yeah.
not like, hey, ask what they want first, then say my name.
Motherfucker, again, my name ain't tied to none of this.
That's what I'm saying.
So,
me.
long story short, dude, he's like, yeah, I need to shut off one of y'all's meters because y'all are like behind on payments and shit.
Yeah.
And I'm like, hold up, first off, he capping. It was like one thing about Sean Smith pays his bills, and I know that for a fact. Yeah, I know that for a fact. He pays his bills. So I'm like, nah, something ain't right. And he's like, so he shows me whatever on his phone. I'm like, hold on, let me call him. So I call Sean. I'm like, hey, bro, it's dude here from Dominion saying that he gotta shut off one of the meters. And Sean like, wait, what? Put him on the phone. So I'm like, all right, hold on.
Straight Carl.
So I literally just
Talk to his manager.
I was like, shut what power off? The hell he is.
I
You don't pay the bill.
So I just give dude the phone, and then the dude's talking to whoever. He's like, "Nah, I shouldn't be right." Blah blah blah. And then so Sean, so he gives me the phone back, and then Sean's like, "I'll be there like 5 or 10 minutes." I'm like, "All right." So then hang the phone up, and then dude's like, "Look, I ain't gonna shut it off. I'm gonna just
Tell him I forgot.
no. It's just one of those. It was just one of those like, look, I'm not supposed to. You technically have tomorrow, but really, this is just like a warning. So this is me saying, get y'all shit together.
Yeah.
So that way, I don't gotta come through this bitch tomorrow.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
How about
my
learning?
guy, I appreciate you.
And that's when we and Ryan immediately learned we have 6 units,
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
5. And no
Well,
matter if
it was
they're
they
on
were all on
autopay or
auto
not,
draft, but it was just like the bank was like, something's not right.
Yeah.
Y'all are like obviously getting scammed, and they blocked one. Of course, it was like the biggest bill, but
It's been some little shit that's
No, I
tried to get to us, but we stay strong. We don't let that shit get to us.
take a hell of a lot
Yeah,
more than
'cause-
just the bill to get rid of us.
Yeah, but like the trend, I am grateful for this journey, and I'm glad that everything. I'm also glad that everything went kind of like the way it did because I think it's pushed all of us to work with our backs against the wall because it's like we're kind of going through adversity to where it's like we got. Because I mean, for me personally, like the transition from AmFam from salary to basically being part of basically literally
Startup.
being
Yeah,
being a part of a startup, and it's like
You know
building
what that
your way,
means? Don't worry about it until you get into it.
building it from the ground up, and it's like it wasn't something that I wasn't prepared for it, but it's just again later on down the road we'll get more and more into the story, but. Like financially speaking, like I wasn't prepared for it, and so, but
I mean, there were some other things that also came up that would have better prepared you if
Right.
it had gone right.
yeah.
but the reason why like I was just so quick to jump the curve on this was because it was just the opportunity was there because it was just literally just Sean giving us all the keys and just telling
Yeah.
you like go
I mean,
go away or eat
the
some
craziest
bucks.
part is it's like you think about it, and I can't think of a single day I've come in and not enjoyed being here. Where 90% of my other jobs in the past, you dread going in, you dread punching that clock, and then you sit by a desk or you install signs or whatever, and you just hate it the whole time. And then at the end of the day, you know, you're happy you get that paycheck that's whatever, but like you're not satisfied by the work you're doing and you hate the time you spent doing it. Like, was it worth it? Now it's like here, I don't think there's ever been a day that I've come in and I'm like, oh, gotta get into the like work, gotta get there by this time, whatever. It's like, no, like I'm happy to be here because again, like we love our members. Our members are honestly at this point more than just members. They're great to us.
Yeah.
And just seeing them, you know, it makes the days better. Yeah.
Not for real.
Huge. The community that we built has been insane.
That's the one thing I don't think any of us could have anticipated happening. Like, obviously, it's like, oh, you're going to gain members. You want to hit a certain amount. But, like, the community that's been formed, none of us could have been prepared for how positive it is.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter what time you come in. Most of our regulars know each other, regardless of their regular training times. They all, you know all of our names. We know everybody's names. And the amount of strength that's in this building is also crazy. You never really know how much a training environment and like the different people will impact your own, mentality and like how hard you train and the gains that you can make when, you have all of your, competition in the same building and, the fact that it's, still a positive space and, just because like some of us are in the same weight class or whatever, like it just pushes us to, keep getting better. So,
I mean, iron sharpens iron. I mean, you're in my weight class now. And you got someone in your weight class
watch out, buddy.
Right beside you is someone else warming up.
Yeah.
I'm on your ass.
Yeah.
I mean, truly, that's how you learn and grow. Is if you're not around people who are smarter than you, more savvy, stronger, more fit, it's not gonna make you any better.
You gotta be
You're not gonna
built.
have anything to strive to.
You gotta be built for that shit.
Yeah.
I mean, if you weak, just say that.
If you weak physically,
weak.
if you weak mentally, bro,
I'm weak.
like you just gotta be built for that shit.
The mentality part, you gotta be born with, but physically, you can change that anytime.
Because I just think a lot of people. The main reason as to why we all got into this shit was because like we wanted to really be the change in the we wanted to be the change in the community that we just wanted to see. We just wanted to be the change in the community that needed to happen.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like what me and you had always said, that when we went to these other gyms to shop, DMV Iron, Exile, we seen the gym that Russ built with Corrupted Strength. Like, we wanted that here. We wanted the community. We wanted the place to actually
Because
grow
we
and
knew that those like it was people here that wanted that same shit.
right. I mean, we
They
drive 2.5
wanted a home.
hours just to go.
Yeah. I'm saying like in our area, like we knew
Yeah.
we knew
Yeah, in
people
your
that
backyard.
wanted the same area. Yeah. But
I mean, we got people who are driving 45 minutes to an hour to come to us, and it's like, damn, we could have never expected that.
Yeah, that shit was crazy. Driving from Harrisonburg, Virginia, down to Richmond, almost 2-hour drive just because you saw us on social media.
Yeah.
I didn't
Yeah.
even know I was the owner. I was just talking to him in the bathroom, and they're like, "Man, yeah,
those
like
kids were cool.
our friends lived here, our team lives here, everything looks cool." I'm like, "That's dope." Yeah, I'm here like Monday through Friday every day.
Here a lot.
I'm asleep here.
and the thing is, we all still humble. Like we don't feel like. I feel like.
I mean, because at the end of the day, it's like, we're not done.
not
And I
even
think
close.
even when it is all said and done, like, I don't think any of us are going to change our minds, because it's not like we came from a situation that we were just given shit. Like, we've all earned our shit to get to where we are. We've all fought to get to what we have. And I think that shows in what we built. I think people recognize it. So it's like, I think at the end of the day, we'll always keep our heads on straight because it's just who we are.
Yeah, we said it. We care about y'all.
We do. And then we can get to the
Fuck
goals.
wrong with him?
So,
A lot.
did y'all want to do these questions?
Yeah,
Let's
yeah.
get-
I was gonna say,
we got some questions from our members. We'll see
we're
if
running
we
up the
can,
clock right now.
I told y'all this lasted 3 hours.
I want it to be an hour and a half.
It is like an hour and a half.
That's why I said we split into two.
Yeah, so I asked on my story. People wanted to ask us some questions and stuff to ask at the end. I ain't gonna lie. A lot of y'all did exactly what I kind of asked y'all not to do, and I gave y'all top. Like, what are y'all's goals? How did you guys start? Like, but it's just like
We just told y'all.
They didn't take into account that this is their very first podcast episode.
That this shit isn't going to be gone over already anyway.
Or like this isn't an intro.
Yeah.
Bro,
Like, we're not going to talk about all these things.
Like,
why did you guys open a gym?
like, bro.
What has been your favorite part of
opening
opening
for the
a gym?
next 3 years?
Although maybe our members didn't, do critical thinking before posting these questions, I love the fact that they want to know about us.
Yeah,
Yeah. All right.
I feel like we talk a lot and they should know us, but
So,
Yeah.
To be honest, I am
Kind of loud. I'm sure everybody hears me when I'm talking.
But all right. So
Who
first
don't?
off, shout out to my boy Josh. Would you rather get the shits on squat or deadlift?
Oh,
Chandler, what you got?
am I wearing a singlet or am I wearing
that's a good question. I say
my gym clothes?
You worry about leakage.
I am worried about leakage.
I mean, you guys pull sumo. Me and Clay don't.
Well,
No.
Even squatting,
I pull conventional.
Oh yeah, you do conventional now.
You do both.
I feel like I'd maybe prefer it on deadlift
I was thinking the same.
because if something like that is happening with weight on my back and I am
your brace
freaking
is
out,
gone. Yeah.
brace is gone.
Oh yeah, you're getting folded.
Like I got the
So-
I might be decapitated.
yeah, that's yeah.
So I'm a pick deadlift. Yeah.
You can just
so-
let go.
Squats.
You're picking
Straight
squat.
shooter.
So
It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen regardless.
the reason why I'm going with deadlift is because I'm thinking that if I have the shits, if it's on deadlift, I don't have it's just me around.
You think
I
it might propel you up?
I don't have any spotters or anything on deadlift to where it's just me around.
Oh,
And I
so
don't got-
you're not no
Oh, you
splash
just
zone.
yeah.
Right,
no,
right.
That's
So-
a great
so
point.
squat-
Yeah, no, that's great.
Like 9 times out of 10,
Very-
if you
very thoughtful
shouldn't,
of you, Clay.
you got some spotters, and God
You're
forbid
squatting, you got some spotters. If you're shitting, you don't have spotters. I hope.
If I shit on somebody's shoes, I would be.
So I'm saying, like,
Imagine,
bro,
imagine you
I would die.
deadlifting because you're a conventional puller and it's just running down your fucking leg.
Again,
Yeah.
If
Or-
I'm in my squat, I'm shitting
Okay,
and it's
but-
staying right there in that spot.
Okay,
stand up.
Okay, yeah,
crunch
but
my
think
cheeks.
about
the
this.
other
Okay,
thing
but
with
think about this.
squats
though.
is-
Think
I
about
think
this,
it's gonna fall out your shorts.
bro. You have.
I wear pretty tight spandex.
Okay, but think about this. though.
Not
You
gonna
have.
I think no
about
matter
this.
what
Think about
happens,
this,
it's
though.
just sitting there.
You just.
Sean, is your skin discolored under your spandex? Like, is it that tight? Because unless it's that tight, that shit is falling out.
He wears
Like,
sizes down.
I do wear some nut huggers.
Sean, think
Don't
about it this
call
way.
it that.
You have it. Think about
like
it.
that.
You just took a shit on your squat, and you had a back spot. You basically just took a shit on your back spot.
What a
Who said
philosophical
it's a top
episode
set?
we've had, and then
What
we
if
got
still
this
warming
question.
you up? No spotters around. It's coming out.
But again,
I don't want this.
See,
shit
but
running
there's
down
a
my leg.
possibility that you might have spotters because
Yeah.
it's squat.
It
But
could
with
be
deadlifts, there is a 0% chance of spotters.
No, it's like a max attempt. Like just,
I don't-
You're
A max
outright.
attempt?
Because
Man,
yeah, I could
I'm
be like,
going
I'm
out
just
squat.
squatting the bar. Yeah, I'd rather shit myself when I'm squatting the bar than like no, like it's a max attempt.
I don't like deadlift that much. I'd rather squat.
So I would rather keep it that way. So
Yeah,
then I still
okay.
have fond memories of squat. You know,
No.
I wouldn't
I get
want
that
to have
too.
that fear every time I squat
Hey.
that I might have that
We have,
happen.
Like
we
a
have
day
found the
gym, it doesn't
psycho
matter.
among us.
Yeah, that's fair. It's about right.
I can shit myself on either one as long as I get the attempt.
yeah, a lot of these are just like they're just motivation and shit. I guess.
Favorite variations of lifts. That's from Hannah.
Yeah, was she actually? Oh,
Honestly,
yeah.
you don't do anything fun. Like the funnest thing you do is trap bar. Like we're conjugate lifters. We do everything. Like we do future method. We'll do pulling into bands.
I will
Yeah, because I'm
say-
because I'm an
Yeah,
accessory
Clay's scared of
guy,
variations.
So I like to
You're
just
boring.
sure. I like to just switch up my accessories to just like trying to.
Bro,
Titties and then
Future
harder
Method
titties.
is crazy. If
Yeah,
y'all have
I
never
ain't
done
doing all
Future
that shit.
Method bands from the top to like,
The reason why I ain't doing that shit is because watching
overload your
them,
movement, bro.
watching them
I
set
feel
it
like a
up.
fucking god when I.
It literally
Future
takes
Method.
it literally takes them an hour to set the shit
It
up.
takes like 2
It does
minutes.
not
Takes
take an
like
hour.
30 seconds.
Yeah.
If that. You hang
Okay,
the bank
actually,
from the
all right, no,
Clay
no,
doesn't know because he's never done
no,
it.
no. So,
No.
all right, so
You're going back to the
No,
Amp
no, no.
days. where it's me.
I am. So no, so
No,
no,
no.
because in these
No,
racks,
no,
it's
no,
easier.
no.
It's easier to set
No,
up.
no,
in
no,
these
no.
racks.
Are you done?
He's explaining
No.
So no, in these racks, it's easier to
Yeah.
set up. Yeah. No, but back at AmFam,
Are we there? Mud.
We are looking
Gone.
at Monolith.
It's not.
It's been almost a
Hey,
year since we've been there. Clay.
Got
Let
it out.
Go. Let it go.
all right.
Yeah, man. Back when you used to have to set it up, and it took you a half an hour to do it, that was awful.
y'all be
now that
sweating.
it takes you 2 minutes, awful. I won't do it.
Y'all be sweating.
Hey, that was the
You have
best
this shit down to
warm-up
a
ever.
science. I'm still not doing it.
All right.
Preposterous.
Dream piece of equipment.
You know, honestly, I would love an inverse curl. So what that does, it's like a Nordic curl, and you actually have weight that you push down physically on the way down. It's one of the West Side equipments, of course. I really hate Ryan for picking up my mic.
Talk into it.
I'm gonna talk where I want to talk. Other than that, I mean, there is the Gordo bar from Elite FTS. It's a fat axle bar that has knurling on it.
I think for me, the Arsenal strength shoulder raise, side raises.
Ah, so gimmicky.
It's just
Z-bum whore.
Hell yeah.
Go ahead, Chandler. I'm still thinking.
Honestly, the only thing that I can really think about is like a low back extension that can actually handle somebody putting real weights on it. Because
Yeah, the
I
selector
almost died on the one that we have is a
Yeah.
Life Fitness. It was a little refurbished,
I mean,
and
that bitch died on us.
it was.
Yeah.
Is it ever going to get
I got-
fixed?
To be
It's just the
fair, me
hydraulic.
and Ryan have not called it in.
No,
At
it's
all.
I just-
literally it works. It's just the hydraulic.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so you don't have the assist of the leg coming up.
Yeah,
to
like
you,
where it
but
like
you can still
lifts
use
the
it
foot
perfectly.
thing
Oh, so
for
pe-
you.
oh, so people
It works.
so
it
people can
works.
still use
yeah.
it.
Yeah, Ryan took the sign off.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Uh,
I never use it.
It
so
just, I
to this
refuse
day,
to
still
use it
don't- I still-
anymore
I still don't
because
think
I was
never-
I was traumatized.
That's valid.
I was it literally had the full stack on it, and mid rep, everything just fell apart on me.
Other than
All of the
that,
tension
maybe a pendulum
gone.
Squat. You
I
seen
was
the Arsenal
thinking
strength
the,
pendulum squat?
Yes.
The
So
unilateral
Hunter
leg
using that, and
press
I love it.
where it
Ah.
separates.
Yeah.
Unilateral leg press.
I had one in high school, and that shit was really
Yeah.
cool.
So Rogue
the
makes
Rogue.
one, and
Yeah.
fun fact, $4,600.
Actually, you know what? Maybe I might change it and more like accessory stuff for like the Rogue power racks that we
Sure.
have, where we can like.
you do like all the gear. and
I was gonna
stuff.
say like if we could like build them up like a
barrel.
true like kind of cage and have all these different
It's a
pieces
cabin.
to it, that would be kind of cool. Because again, it's like you called it like giant Legos. Like, it would
It
be
is.
fun.
It's adult Legos. Have you ever
Yeah.
seen the Rogue Monster series?
Yeah,
Or Monster Light? You can
I would love
actually
to get like all the different
build whatever
attachments.
you want. It could be
Yeah.
a full
That'd be cool.
cage, monolith itself.
Yeah.
You can actually do like seal rows.
Yeah, they have like
curls. You can do
what's
the
it, the-
Bulgarian split
yeah
squats on
the
there.
pad for the split squats.
You have jammer arms.
Oh, I was
Yeah.
about to say the jam
Like,
arms are
yeah.
crazy.
No,
They have a
hard,
they have a
yeah.
leg press attachment.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they have a lot.
Like Titan Fitness does.
So
a leg
I'll
press
actually- I'm
Throw,
gonna go
throw
that
back
way.
to when we didn't have any machines in here, and we had the leg press with
We
the
used the camber bar.
upside down camber bar.
We
Bro,
did,
that shit was
yes.
crazy.
Yeah, so there's a dude on Instagram, and he used an upside down camera bar, same one that we have in the rack. And
No,
you load
that's
the,
crazy.
You load
Yeah.
the plates on where your shoulders go, and you're pushing off where your actual back would sit while laying on the ground or on a bench flat. We're using that for
Yeah,
leg
we
press.
didn't have any machines in here. We had like two
No,
deadlift
y'all
platforms
gotta
and the
set that shit
two
up
and the
after
two
this.
We used to have
Rogue
like 8
racks.
reds on it too.
Yeah.
And,
that you'd be just
bro,
pressing, hoping it doesn't slip off.
we were
That's crazy.
we was in the mud a little bit. But
We're
it
using
was
the,
before we
in the
opened.
building? Yeah, no,
bro, it
yeah.
was crazy.
As a quad extension, like you sit on top of the pad and you use it as a quad extension.
Okay.
We were real getting out the mud.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. So next question. What made you pick the Fed that you live for, and would you ever switch? Start with you,
Yeah,
Sean.
Meet the Federation.
Yeah.
So at the time, I had watched 2 or 3 of your powerlifting meets, and if anyone knows USAPL with Saber Stitcher here in Virginia, he plays old school rock. At the time, it didn't have a lot of flair to it, so it was pretty boring to me. I'm there for Clay, and I'm literally falling asleep if Clay's not lifting. So I was like, well, USPA got rock music, some rap going on. There's untested guys. Looked a little fun. Since then, no longer USPA, and I am WRPF. I'm actually a meet director for WRPF now.
Woo!
And I would like to get into the Pro Series because they have the PPC, and that's good aspiration there.
So no, he's not going to switch.
No. Well, he did switch,
I did switch.
He did.
but now he
I
won't.
guess.
to another Fed with specialty bars.
To a
So,
for-
basically the same
to a
thing.
background checking fed.
The only
A fed that cares about children.
Currently would not do a USAPL meet is because I still, as a meet director and host, I can't compete in the same place that I do it, and we're
So
hosting like
stupid.
8 meets here.
Yeah.
And if I want to do one, I gotta go to like North Carolina, Tennessee, Maryland,
Yep.
That's so stupid.
and like a straight bar is cool and all, but like why not pull in a deadlift bar if I have the option to?
Yeah.
It's actually a skill to pull in a deadlift bar. Anyone can pull in a straight bar. Anyone can walk into a gym and pull on a straight bar. To understand the whip of a deadlift bar, to find your footing and how to pull fast but not too fast, is a skill. Chandy?
Similar to Sean, also started USPA. That was because Sean competed in USPA, so all of the equipment that we had, all specialty bars, was how I got into powerlifting. And now WRPF, no longer USPA, thank God. And I would switch because I don't mind lifting on just a power bar, but at the end of the day, this will be my 4th comp with specialty bars, and I agree that I just find it a little more fun. Like, there's a little more nuance to the lift, I feel like, than, just having to use the one bar, because especially, like, once you get into prep, like, super specific, one thing, it just is it's a little boring, honestly. But if it needed to happen, I would make the switch. As long as I'm powerlifting, it's ain't nothing but a thing.
I'll also add that, in our area, there's not many people in our specific weight class, whether it's 242 or 275. Like, there's not much people for us to actually compete against, and it'll just be me versus you versus some other random person. So I will say that's another factor. It wouldn't matter if it's USAPL, WRPF,
Yeah.
USPA, APF, whatever.
Clay?
I lift
You're a
USAPL because honestly, it was at the time. It was really just I'm not gonna lie to you. It was not only was the first one that I was introduced to, but it was literally the only. Getting into powerlifting, bro, I thought USAPL was literally the only federation. Like, I did, because also at the because at the time, like with Virginia too, like nobody really either fucked with USPA like that, or they really talked about USPA like that.
Yeah, USPA definitely had an even worse name than it did currently,
Correct.
because it
Especially in
was only
Virginia.
untested lifters.
Yeah,
And USPA,
but that
USAPL actually did a Richmond meet at the center. where
but
you
I
went to
didn't.
school.
No, yeah, but I didn't learn about. I honestly didn't really start to learn about all the other federations like USPA and WRPF until we became friends. Because you're the one that educated me on all the other federations that were going on and shit. But I just liked where I was with USAPL. Because to me, like the meets were fun. The meets were very, like even at the time too. Again, the meets have been. Saber puts on, honestly, to me, the best.
Oh, yeah,
like,
he's A1 now.
He does put on great meets.
Saber puts on the best meets, and he's been doing this shit for
I'm
a
up
minute.
next.
He's had it in his bag.
He has this shit down to a science.
It is down to a science. He has it. Start.
Honestly, so for me, with shooting like USPA meets and shit, them shits are so fucking long, bro. Like, it blows my mind how Saber can do the difference between how fast a USAPL like one session like 40 lifter meet can go versus a USPA
Saber
one
can do
session.
a 60 lifter meet, one
Like,
session, and
Bro, you're
9
6
a.m.
hours.
that shit starts.
to 12
That shit starts at
p.m.
9 a.m., bro.
Yeah.
You're done no later than
Yeah.
fucking 2. But USPA, bro, you're literally in this bitch from fucking. You're in this bitch from 8 to fucking 5.
Yep.
And that's ridiculous. Like,
Yeah.
that literally makes no
The
fucking
standard
sense.
was definitely
It
set.
is.
with-
But yeah, and also I didn't feel like I never felt like switching.
So, like, let's
Switching-
say you
like,
hit your
switch, like-
500 dots. Would you switch to the professionals over here? or would you try to still chase the USAPL Pro League?
I mean, if I felt like depending on what the pros are, like I would definitely just want to. I would do it. I don't see why not, but it's just I don't see an interest. Me personally, I just don't see an interest in me doing it right now. But
I mean, we're saying like 2 years from now. Like, let's say at 500 dots, why not?
Yeah. Because honestly, seeing the American Pro, should that be a V that I would want to do it.
Yeah,
because that experience with the American Pro, that shit was lit. The American Pro was probably it was definitely one of the best meets that I've ever been to and seen.
That shit was
hands
so
down
crazy.
Was the best meet I've ever seen. Anna and Micah did that shit.
But it's just...
Can't wait to be a part of that this year with the American Pro 2.
It's just also, like, I always thought, like, I never saw, like, the point in, like, having to do a squat bar. Like, having to do 3 different bars for 3 different lifts. I think that's doing way too much. I feel like all this can literally be done on one bar.
Ease of getting into powerlifting, USAPL is definitely
exactly because
so big.
Because also again at the time this is me being introduced to where it's like I didn't even know that it was a fucking squat bar, or I didn't even know that really I knew a little bit of a deadlift bar, but I was just like, what's the point in using a deadlift bar when I thought in competition, like that's crazy. That's so crazy.
Currently,
I just never saw
it's
the
just
point.
in a APL and USPC thing, but a bench bar is also used in multiply and single.
That's absolutely, and it's like $500 fucking dollars or some shit.
It's ridiculous.
No,
it's stupid expensive.
That's ridiculous, bro.
Stupid.
It's essentially just a little bit smaller than a squat bar, but same thickness and everything.
Yeah.
And there's motherfuckers out here that are buying that for training. Like that's so crazy.
If you got the bread, go for it.
That's crazy.
Ryan, what about you?
So I'm USAPL.
Yes.
And that just kind of came because the first meet that we hosted was USAPL Ease of Access. I figured, you know what? It's our very first meet. Might as well do something, try it out. And I mean, I don't have an issue with switching or anything like that. I mean, I've used the deadlift bar. I've used the squat bar. I'm still so new in it that I can feel slight differences and nuances between them. But for me, like, I'm not to the point where it is significantly impacting my lifts.
Yeah.
So, like, for me, going back and forth, I don't think it would really matter. But just for ease of access, USAPL, I mean, we haven't released our upcoming schedule yet. We have it kind of posted till the end of the year, but like next year is crazy for us with USAPL.
We had 13 meets in total if you count part of the opening year and then this year, and we're looking at almost add 5 more on top of that.
Next year's busy for us, so like again, it's like USAPL.
You remember you ain't compete yet, man. You about to be if you about to be a member for a year now, you ain't got no motherfucking excuse, bro. You better do it.
Yeah, no, we have it.
We giving y'all one every motherfucking month, yo.
Basically,
yeah.
It's a big year.
Yeah, so we wrapping up on around about an hour and a half. So I'm gonna just skip all these other questions, do this last one. You're
wrap up already?
Bro, it's been like an hour. It's been like an hour and a half, right?
Yeah, we started at 4:30.
Yes.
I was gonna say we've been going for a minute.
Yeah, we've been rolling.
I told you it'd be 3 hours.
We ain't doing no damn 3 hours.
Hey,
easily continue this.
I mean, we can.
Nah.
We'll split them up. This ain't the last one.
We will split them up in the future, but right now we about to wrap this bitch up. So our Mount Rushmore of powerlifting. So if you can't give me you said 45 lifters, male and female combined.
Like 4 male, 4 female, or
just like your top 5 in powerlifting.
Don't start with me. I'm still way too new to this.
I told you.
Yeah.
I know he didn't do his research.
No, I mean, like,
Chandler, who would you put on your Mount Rushmore?
Top 5.
4 to 5 most influential people to you currently.
Does it have to be just powerlifters, or can it be like strength sports in general?
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to do full strength sports, that's fine.
Okay.
I will say I am keeping it strictly powerlifting.
So we got to put Louis Simmons in there.
Bet.
Being a conjugate lifter, he is the GOAT. Keeping it to strength sports, because what really got me interested in like being strong was strongman. So like Big Z, Lithuanian GOAT of strongman, literally one of the strongest people that has ever existed. John Paul Sigmason, he was one of the guys back in the 80s. His energy was unmatched. Honestly, he's kind of what I like to like model myself off of. Like anytime I have a big lift, you don't know him, look him up. John Hack. He's humble. He's strong as fuck. He backs it. He backs his lifts up.
Shit.
Year after year. We got. I'll say Brian Shaw, and last one is Eddie Cohen. I would say those are the people that have influenced my decision. On being
I was gonna say, was that
the
4?
most.
There's only 4 people on Mount Rushmore.
I thought you just said 5 people.
I know. I said you could have 5. Because
Oh.
there's
Okay.
enough room for
Oh,
5.
I'm like sitting here. I'm like,
You could say 4 to 5.
Okay.
Technically,
Oh,
Real
okay.
Rushmore has only 4,
Tho-
but there is room for
Those
5.
I would say
mean-
those 5 people are ones that I've watched the most
Right, if
and
you look at
have
Mount
influenced me
Rushmore,
to be
Teddy
to be
Roosevelt
strong.
and Abraham Lincoln have too much space, and there's a space in the middle of that and at the very end.
It just
wow,
sounded like
weird way to say that
I
they
don't
have
know
the
why.
most space.
They
I just
do.
named 5
Look at
people.
them.
No, yeah.
You got
Yeah,
issue
yeah.
with them?
Yeah. Damn, I don't even know if I can
Abraham
get 5
shit
people.
Well, that's
Huh?
why I said strength sports
Brian,
because
say
like
that again.
I've had more influences
Can't
than
take that
just powerlifters, but
Yeah.
like everybody that I named is strong as shit.
Yeah. So I think,
If you say Russ, I'm slapping you.
I mean, look, regardless of what it is, Russ is literally who got me into powerlifting. Russ is literally who made me want to be a powerlifter.
You're just mad you're not better.
But yeah,
Get better.
Better tomorrow.
No, yeah, Russ is literally like the first. Actually, no. So Max Tuning actually got me interested in the sport, but then Russ was the one that made me want to get to the sport. So Max Tuning,
Whack.
chill. Yeah, but Max, Russ Wool, Bob Matthews, bro. Fucking
Come on,
Bob.
Yeah.
Already?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Bob him, bro.
I mean,
Bob
this
is-
year was Bob's
Yeah.
year.
no,
but
Bob is him.
Bob has been blowing up.
And then honestly, Austin Perkinson, honestly, because been following him for a minute.
Austin Perkins,
Perkins, yeah. I don't know why I'd be saying Perkinson.
because
Yeah.
that's an unfortunate disease.
That's Parkinson's.
Jesus Christ.
That's what he said.
Is it?
But yeah, Austin Perk, yeah.
New number 1 over 74 kg.
Nah, he really just came
Killers
off
washed.
after coming off of a hernia injury and shit. That's crazy. And he basically RP7, all that shit. That's crazy. And then 5.
5 can be your honorable mention if you want it.
Yeah, honestly, I gotta throw a female. Amanda Lawrence.
Oh,
Throw-
a female.
I'm gonna throw
Unlike a misogynistic Chandler.
Amanda fucking Lawrence, yo.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
Amanda Lawrence.
From a young
Very
age,
good.
I did not have the access to very many like powerlifter women. Really, I would say like the one girl in strength sports that like I would see a lot of stuff with is Dana Lynn Bailey. She's
You know what? I want to throw another female in there too.
Honorable mention.
Honorable mention. A lot of people. No, she's no. Kate Cohen from AmFam.
from
Yeah.
AmFam.
Yeah. Kate.
She's going up on your Mount
Who?
Rushmore.
Yes.
Who?
Because she's a top. She's like a. Kate is a dog, bro. Kate
Is technically top 5
Top
in
5 in
powerlifting
powerlifting
America,
America, bro.
USAPL,
Yeah.
and the 49
40.
kilograms.
Yeah.
God
yeah.
damn.
She has like a 5.
She just
she has like a
All right,
five-
I retract that shade. I
I think
just threw.
is it 5-time body weight? No, it's like 4-time body weight. Nah.
I think she did cross over to 5-time.
5-time body weight deadlift now.
Yeah, let me retract all that shade I just threw out.
No, because y'all weren't there. So this was at the beginning. Was this before you got there too?
No. I was there with her as well.
Yeah, but Kate was honestly the very first people to actually like educate me on USAPL and actually push me to like compete.
Yeah.
So yeah, shout
All
out
right,
to her.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I'm actually going to skip to Ryan first. That way,
Why me?
we don't end the
I
segment.
mean, I
on
think for
nothing.
me, it's a little bit different because, like, you had said, like, oh, most influential, and
I mean, you're
again,
very
like,
new to it. So
I'm
it's,
still
who do you
super
look
new
at
in
right
it,
now?
so it's like right now, like, I don't have anybody who's like I see them and I'm like, like I need to do more, but like, I would say it's just based off the people I'm exposed to. So like, probably on there is gonna be Ariel because again, like, she comes in, she puts in the work. One of our biggest lifters we have here.
Reminder: Ariel is a USAPL pro in the
Yep.
52 kilogram class. She is ranked number 2, right
Um,
behind Juliana Urano. That's how you say your last name?
Yes.
Who's also a member here at the Chaos Lab.
Again, because of exposure, like a lot of times when we're in here, we just have meets constantly playing so we can watch it to see how they run, see what we can do better. So, like, watching Sheffield, like, Jesus is going to be up there. I also enjoy Death Grip Derek. I don't know his last name. He's just a very...
So Derek Thistlewhite is actually Derek.
Derek,
Death
he's a
Grip
very
Derek.
funny dude. He's very similar to, like, a lot of our members we have where they're... pretty easy to like throw hate and shade around, and it's like, yeah, you know, sometimes people can be soft, and it's just funny to see some people who are like just genuinely strong and can back
Kelvin
it
going
up.
crazy.
What is that? 3, 4? What am I at?
You're at 3.
Yes, sir, Kelvin.
You're at 4.
I'm at 4.
Oh, like
you
his
wanna
coach over
add
there
a number?
programming him some bullshit.
I'm gonna
He need to
throw
put
a
some
fifth
weight on
in
the bar,
there.
coach.
Little strong.
Yeah,
woman
tell him to
type
put some weight on the
action.
bar,
I think we all
coach.
know where I'm going with this. Melissa Peacock, honestly,
Okay.
hilarious, strong, great person. She's going up on there.
Is that the only reason why you picked Miss Melissa Peacock?
I mean, she did send me a signed bottle of Zone.
She
Smelling
also,
Salts.
yeah, no, she,
All I'm gonna
Zone-sponsored
say
athlete.
is
Zone sponsored.
she's
athlete.
not.
We
She's
watched her at the
she's-
Arnold.
As
and
far as strength athletes go, very good looking. I think that has something to do with Ryan's pick here.
honestly, a little influential, but like again, watching the Arnold, we saw it. Like you and I, like we were all sitting there watching, and you know what? She showed up. She performed. She did really well.
Oh no, she's strong as fuck. No hating. I'm just saying.
I feel like you are. I feel like you are.
An alternative.
Honestly,
ulterior motive.
Honestly, it's crazy because this is coming from somebody who had like no women until he got called out. So it seems like your ulterior motive was after you got called out. But
Did you get it from my cubby?
Sean,
Brian Evans.
Dana is she's a bodybuilder, so I went more of the actual strength than
honorable mention on my Mount Rushmore, the Goob. This man's been doing God's work. Nah.
Bro,
He is like
you
the
are
little
wild.
No, he's like the little statue at the bottom, like the little placard, but Goob gets some shout outs.
Bro.
I know who Goob is. Please go look at his
Yeah.
Instagram page.
John Dorsey.
Both the,
no shout out. One
Real
Homie
and
literally
some of the
exposes
No,
exaggerated stories.
the fitness
he's,
world.
he's strong. He does bodybuilding. And you know what? He's doing it and he's doing it well. He's
He is
exposing
like-
people who are bad in the industry, and you know what?
He's
I
like
think
strong for the meme. Like he's like
Oh, yeah.
Like it like he like doesn't even do
Also,
traditional lifts. I don't feel
fellow
like.
PA guy. He's just West Coast. He's a Pittsburgh guy, so like shout out to him.
All right.
Sean, last but not least.
All right, I mean, pretty simple here. I'm going to go 2 absolute legends, and that's going to be Louis Simmons, someone who I learned a lot of my training systems from. Shout out to Jim Milliev and him for introducing me to him. And I will go to Ed Cohen next, who is actually considered the greatest powerlifter right now in our time. Right behind that, I would have to go John Hack, who is competing right there behind Ed Cohen. I'm going to go with females next. And the first one I actually ever got introduced to is Mariana Gaspard. She actually beat Steffi Cohen in the Kern U.S. Open. Steffi's up there, but because Mariana got the actual wins, I got to go with Mariana. Then I'm putting Hunter Henderson. Girl's a dog, day in and day out. I mean,
I also
she-
think that Sean has some ulterior motives with that last pick.
Yeah.
But
I want you to find a woman who does the exact same numbers in the same.
I'm not going to
class.
say that she's
Honestly,
not strong.
also-
I
So
said
many men. She out squats me. She has the same deadlift as me. The only she don't got is a bench. That's the same as mine. But remember, right? She has at least 300 bench.
I do think it is an injustice that none of us put Dan Griggs up there.
Dan Griggs is the best
Right, I'll see what
deadlifter
happened,
of all
brother.
time.
But I'm saying I do think it is a slight injustice that we didn't put him up there.
I don't think he's a
Um,
Mount Rushmore
I-
candidate just yet. Just because
he is
No, I just- I
he
feel
has
like to
not
not
been
even
he has not been
mention-
put into the Hall of Fame yet. He's like, you know,
Yeah.
like in the next like couple years, like people will be talking
Like-
about like putting him in there. But like,
All I remember is y'all
Him-
went to the
him on
pro
there right
last
now,
year,
you know,
and y'all came back like.
I mean, Dan pulled.
He ain't one.
But that's what I'm saying is like y'all
he
came
almost
back
not
from
what
the
I'm
American
just saying,
Pro
right?
and
47 pounds.
yeah,
like,
y'all could
know,
not
this
stop
convers-
talking about it.
if this conversation
That
was
was a
going on,
fantastic
you know,
lift to
like
watch
5
in
years
person.
later, you know, like maybe we'd be talking about
But
him. But
to be physically speaking
Jimmy.
about our Mount Rushmore,
Hope you never have to see it.
Ed Cohen,
he is
John
still currently
Hack,
making a name for
Louis
himself. Is all I'm
Simmons,
saying. Like,
Hunter Henderson, Mariana Gaspard. I mean, if we're throwing up another person, you gotta throw up Tamara Walcott. I mean, she
Yeah.
pulled 6
Yeah,
no,
no, actually-
in front of us.
Mhm.
One of the very first women to do that.
I also showed up to the Arnold for the strong woman stuff.
oh
and
yeah, like multi
honestly,
powerlifting and strongman.
for her to
She's
just
signed
even
by The
show
Rock.
up and just transfer over, good for
She
her.
showed up
Yeah.
and gave it her all.
Yeah.
Fuck that
That's
deadlift up.
another good point. I think that is an injustice that we didn't mention her.
Well, so like
There's
I'll
only
put
so
her
many
in
names that
before
we
I
could
put
put
Dan
on there,
Griggs.
like-
I mean,
you
I don't
know.
know.
Plus, she's a mom. Like,
Yeah.
that many mothers are in this sport.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of just strong
Yeah, look at
single
this
women,
table.
but a mother
There are
is
0
also
moms at
very,
this table right now.
Yeah,
very impressive feat. Very
Yeah.
impressive feat.
good shit.
Last but not least, we're going to shout a couple of people who helped put this together, which is people behind the camera that you don't see or you can't hear. This can be Tristan and
Like,
Dean.
Okay.
We're also going to shout out some people who help our gym enormous ways, like Pinnacle Health and Performance, which is Adriana and Adam Steele.
Good
Definitely
people.
could not do what we do without any of them.
Yep.
And the people who help sponsor.
Definitely
our
can't wait to
leagues.
have Adam on the podcast.
Yeah,
That's gonna
no,
be-
that's going to be a good one.
Yeah,
I have to
yeah.
read up before we get him on.
Yeah,
'cause-
seriously.
I'm
He's
not
gonna make me
reading-
sound like an idiot.
I'm not
No,
reading.
no,
I'm not reading. I'm not
Clay,
reading.
like,
from
here's the
Dexter's
thing is, like,
Laboratory, bro.
I'm not reading shit.
I know how
Adam-
you feel, but even with reading up, I'm still going to feel like an idiot. Like, I'm
gonna
going to
literally-
be studying
I'm gonna make
for
sure
when
that-
he
I'm gonna
comes
make sure
on
that I'm
and
the
he's
dumbest-
just
Yeah,
going to
please,
blow me out
please,
of the
I'm
water.
gonna make
please
sure
give
that
me a
I
month
am-
ahead of time.
Yeah.
I'm
so I
gonna
got
make sure that I am the dumbest motherfucker that day, so that way
No,
I can make
yeah.
him dumb everything
He's gonna be on
down
next week.
perfectly because I know he can't do it. I can't wait.
He's
He
going
gonna-
to get so mad at you. He's going to be like, all right, Clay, at the end of this, can you repeat back to me anything I just said? And you're
Well,
gonna be like,
no, because when we had conversations,
I'll
he-
listen
back
to it.
I was asking like, okay, so break this down for me. And he was doing it.
yeah, no, he is a very intelligent, well-spoken man.
I can't wait, and he knows it too. That's his best.
No,
part about it.
yeah, as he should.
Yeah. But yeah, man, shout out, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to the members. Y'all the reason why we here. We love y'all. We do everything for y'all.
Wouldn't be here without y'all.
Dead ass.
Can't
Yeah.
forget Iron Rebel. Use code Chaos15 at checkout to save yourself
Yep.
some gear and some new threads.
Shout out USAPL with Saber.
Sour
Been a
Saber.
big impact on our growth. Forever grateful for him. Excited for what's coming.
Y'all ain't seen none yet.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Y'all only got a glimpse. Y'all ain't seen shit yet. Damn, nigga, keep the headphones on.
We're not done. Damn.
I'm about to say bye to
I
everybody.
was gonna say again, expect us at
Yeah.
least once a month. We hope to put out more,
Nah,
but
don't.
no, I'm doing
Brian
it. I'm
Evans.
doing it. I'm doing it. At least once a month, if not.
Sean ran off, but once again, thank y'all for listening. This ain't gonna be on all. I can't.
That's
say
a
all
great
shit.
question. Sean set it up, so it might not even be. On
So
any
Sean set
streaming
this shit up, but he
platforms.
ain't tell how he set it up. But I just know for a fact it's gonna be on
It'll be on
Apple.
YouTube.
It might be on Spotify. I don't know. Does Spotify do podcasts?
It does.
It's Spotify,
but again,
Spotify.
Sean
We're gonna
set it
do.
up.
We're gonna do YouTube. We're gonna do all shit. We're gonna announce it. We're gonna let y'all know
Yeah.
what to
You'll
expect.
get more chaos.
Thank y'all for everything.
Merch
we
will
appreciate
be in
y'all.
sometime, hopefully in the near
concludes
future.
the very first episode of Chaos Control Podcast.
Control Chaos.
Damn it!
Damn,
It concludes
who
the
came
very
up with
first
that
episode
name?
of Control Chaos Podcast.
Are we settled on that name?
Oh no!
We're for sure locked in.
Man, we see y'all. We see y'all in the
Well,
next episode.
yeah, we'll see.
Fuck this.
We'll see y'all next time.
Bro, I gotta.